Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is AOC, like she calls herself on Twitter, says Americans needed undocumented migrants to survive the pandemic. And then she drummed up support for amnesty measures.
We just lived through almost 2 years now of a pandemic that where our country relied on undocumented people to survive. Who else was sanitizing our buildings? Who else was caring for our elders? Who else was harvesting our food? Who else was stocking our shelves except immigrant labor in the United States of America?
Well, the squad member's remarks come as her hometown, New York City, is set to allow some 800,000 non-citizens the right to vote in local elections. Yeah, you only have to be here for like a month. This will be the Big Apple chance to be the largest jurisdiction in the country to extend the right to vote to non-citizens. Brian Kilmeade.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. If you were just saying to yourself, wow, we got to work out immigration reform. Let's approach this thing with an open mind and with the country's sanctity and the cusp of our elections intact. And then all of a sudden you have AOC come out and say, we got to have illegals vote. People that don't belong here, haven't taken the citizenship test, snuck into the country. Let's let them vote in elections. They don't know the language. They've already broken the law to be here. Let's make sure that they get licenses. You thought that was something you might accept. But now if we accept this, all hell's going to break loose and immigration reform will not happen. You will never get any conservative, even a moderate Republican along, because this is their greatest fear.
And Kennedy, just to put a fine point on it, these are people who may have got married while they're in the country. They have a visa. I mean, they're here for all sorts of reasons. And within 30 days, they're able to do kind of the central point of our democracy, vote in local elections.
Well, here's what they need to do, and here's what the Congresswoman and some of her colleagues need to do. They need to create an appropriate immigration process so people become legal and then they can vote when they become United States citizens, because citizenship is sacred. It really is. I mean, I do agree with her in that, yes, we do need immigrants in this country to make it great. And people come to this country from other parts of the world because they want to live the American dream. What is the American dream? It's actually meritocracy. It's actually work hard, become successful. And you see that time and time again. Some of the most inspiring stories we have are people who came from nothing, sacrificed everything, and made something great. Half of the Fortune 500 companies are from immigrant founders. And, you know, it's like, I actually look higher and broader and to greater success than the Congresswoman who says that, you know, it's like, yeah, people stock your shelves, they clean your toilets, they pick food. It's like, well, why don't you want people to come to this country and get PhDs?